Auction and kids our press on Malik Lewis, who returns next Tuesday on Dana White's Contender Series. Malik, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm happy talking with you. Um, Dude, you're a week out. How you feeling?
Feel great, man. Ready to go. Always.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Before we get to your fight, where were you when you got the call for the Contender Series?
I was sitting in my house, in my living room. I think I was either watching some YouTube video or playing a video game. And my friend looks over at me, one of my training partners, my roommate, and he's like, "Hey, you're fighting for the Contender Series September 13th." I was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Bro, quit bullshit." And he's like, "No, you are." It's like, "All right." Go grab my phone. My phone was blown up from my manager and my coach. I was like, "Oh, I guess I am fighting on the Contender Series. Let's go."
I mean, what were the emotions like?
Uh, I mean, I was ecstatic for sure. I was super happy. I mean, oh my gosh, I've been wanting to go to the UFC for a long time, but I've been realistically wanting to go to the UFC. So I was like, finally. It's pretty cool.
That's awesome. I wanted to ask, like, were you told after your last win at Peak, like, to stay ready, like the UFC is looking at you?
Um, I had an idea, the crazy thing is I can't make this up. I'd been telling people, I was like, I'm gonna fight for the Contender Series. I'm gonna fight for the Contender Series. I just been saying that. I mean, like from the beginning of this year, I've been telling people like I'm gonna get into the UFC this year. I'm gonna do this and stuff. And I didn't. That's why I chose the last couple fights I had. I didn't want easy fights. I didn't want it to be something where I go 5-0 and still have to, sit there and hope and pray that I might get a shot or something. I took some big risks, came out on top, and it's paid off, dude. It's paid off.
Yeah, no, absolutely. One last thing before we talk about your fight. You have a lot of tattoos. I want to know what's your favorite tattoo?
Oh gosh, man, that's a probably the USA one on my thigh. That one's one of my favorite for sure. I have this one on my forearm too. My mom did some weird thing with me and my brother and sister, our names. She like named us after the alphabet, and some in one way or another it all means like each one of us. Like for me it stands for Kendall, that's my brother's name, and LaQuisha, that's my sister's name, and M for mom, so KLM. It's pretty cool.
That's dope, dude. That's dope. Awesome. Thanks for sharing that with me, man. All right. Well, let's talk about it, bro. A ridiculous fight. You versus Trevor Peak. I mean, you were both just meant for the show. Like you go out there every single time, bring it. Like you know what you're getting with the Malik Lewis fight. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
Like,
it's on like Donkey Kong, 100%. I'm
yeah,
excited.
absolutely, absolutely. What do you think of Trevor as an opponent?
um I don't know. I'm gonna say what I think about all my opponents. I don't ever really care. I look them up, once, maybe twice. My coaches look them up a lot. They do their thing and they tell me what we're gonna do. Um, but I don't care. I always tell myself I'm going in there versus Khabib or Oliveira or something. They're the best fighter in the world, so I just got to be ready for whatever. And I think he's going to be tough. I mean, he knocked out every single person he's gone against, so I think he's tough. But I know he's in there with somebody tough for sure.
I mean, like I said, this is a ridiculous fight. Um, how do you see it kind of playing out? Like, do you guys, I mean, like, are you two just gonna bang it out until one of you guys falls, or do you think it's gonna be kind of like a technical one you guys are gonna start grappling? What do you think is gonna happen?
Well, when people get hit, they tend to grapple. I don't know if that's what he's gonna do, but man, I don't see how this one doesn't have fireworks. I just don't see how it doesn't end in something crazy, and it just is probably gonna be a banger. I wouldn't be surprised if both people get a fucking contract. If you want me to be honest, I mean we're clearly higher level fighters than I don't want to disrespect nobody, but I definitely think that higher level than a lot of people on the Contender. I think I could go into the UFC and beat a good grip of people. I've also trained with a lot of people, in the UFC, and we know what's up. It's my time to go in there. It's my time.
Awesome. All right. Well, at the end of the day, Tuesday night, September 13th, how do you get your hand raised?
You saying what is my prediction?
Yes.
Oh, bro, there's no telling. We're gonna all figure this out, man. When Malik goes in there, there is no telling, bro. I'm really good with jujitsu. I've got really good wrestling. I've got really good striking. I'm explosive. I like to throw a shit. I think my first pro fight, I landed 10 flying knees in the first round. So I mean, there's no telling, you know? There's no telling. It's gonna be great.
You just know you're getting a contract.
Yeah, I'm getting a contract. I'm getting for sure.
This is a pretty just kind of generic question, but like, what would a UFC contract mean to you?
Man, they did this little, they brought me over there to shoot the little video that everybody's going to see Tuesday and stuff. They were asking me all these questions. I hope my eyes aren't all watery in it and stuff because they were asking a lot of good questions. And then when we got to this one, I just couldn't even hold it in or nothing. I don't cry a whole lot, but that one got to me. Uh, it means everything. I mean, I've been doing this my whole life. I mean, is what it feels like. Everything's been leading up to this. I've been doing MMA for 9 years now, almost 9 years, something like that. And I've been training full time for the past however many years. I've been living broke and just sleeping on couches to go train with people, eating ramen noodles and McDonald's, going into fights. I didn't have all the fancy equipment and this and that. And I really do believe that I have a really good chance of being one of the best in the world. A lot of people bring one aspect of a game, like this guy's a heavy hitter, this guy's a jujitsu guy, this guy's a wrestler. I mean, I've done it all. I love it all. I go in there, I do really great with some really great people in all those, every single one of those. So, I mean, I think it's my time, man. I think we might just be able to mix some things up and be top 10 probably by next year. I hope if they let me fight that much.
Okay, okay. I love it, man. I love it. Blake, thank you so much for your time, man. I really appreciate it. You want to plug your social media, plug any sponsors you might have, you want to thank anybody? The floor is yours.
Okay, I'd like to thank Sheepdog Response, Tim Kennedy out there for helping me out. I'd like to thank Urban's Tattoo. Love you guys. Olympus Heating and Air out in Abilene. You always take care of me. Inked Up, one of the hats I'm wearing. Shoot, I hope I didn't leave any sponsors out. Everybody, friends and families, I love y'all. Thank y'all for rooting for me. All the support that y'all showed is amazing. I love everything about this, the journey every day. I like all the messages, all that stuff. Don't feel like you're bothering me. This is my job. I love it. And I think that's about it. It's about it.
Okay.